Taking a look at our Lamp College out-of-town scoreboard. Getting to Coleman again tomorrow night for interconference play, and David will touch on interconference play this week. This is the only game the whole week in the Greater Ontario Junior Hockey League that doesn't involve two teams from different conferences. Strathroy wearing their road whites with red and blue trim. The hometown Stars black unis with green and yellow trim. And Strathroy will move right to left across your radial dial, puck in the Strathroy zone to our right. It's picked up by Brosnan along the near ball boards, and he'll flip it all the way down the ice. He lost it to Zacharuk, and Zacharuk into the corner, watched by Cahill. Tried to send it out in front. Loose puck to his hope. Right point to Helms. Back to the near half wall. Hope will center it across the goal mouth. Nobody was there. Waters in off the left point, put it on Cahill's stick, and Strathroy will get it all the way down the ice. Approaching the 1 minute mark of this corner for Brown. Lost the puck to the right point. Luciani will keep it in. Shot in the slot. A bouncing puck. Looking for it was Milner. It's cleared out the center by St.Thomas. Here's Carrasco. 3-on-2 Stars. Carrasco top of the far circle. Into the slot. One-timer just missed the far left post. And it'll carry him around near boards for Milner. Right wide to Boyer off his stick and into the zone. And it's electronic experts. They go to the power play. In the St. Thomas zone. Brosnan with a shot. And it deflected off a skate out of St. Thomas Star. Almost went to the back of the net. Far half wall. Couldn't do anything with it. Stolen by the Stars. They'll come out the center. Lead pass to Hope. 1-on-1 against Brosnan. Looking for help. Shot from a sharp angle, and O'Neill kind of power play. 1:18 to go in it. Left point. Brosnan. Shot into the slot. And it deflected away by Michalski. Brown to the right point to McNaughton. Back to the far half wall of Brown. Now to McNaughton. He leaves it for Brosnan near left point. One timer to McNaughton. Deflected off a stick. And Karam's back in front. Thornton out the center near boards. Out the center now to Brown. Brown ranked wide in over the line to Milner. Miller had to stop and wait for it. Dish it to Cahill. Cahill biting in the far corner with 10 to go in the man advantage. Thornton behind the net to Brown. Davis Brown now left point. Cahill had to take it on his backhand, but keeps it in. Half wall to Brown. Get back to Cahill. Into the corner. Back to even strength. Out of the box comes Gardner. Milner will chase the far corner. Lost to Michalski. And Gardner will get out the center, trying to get by McNaughton. And Jordan McNaughton will get it near boards to Cahill. He'll flip it up to the center ice area to Thornton. Thornton got hit along the near boards. And the puck down left the Strathroy line, spits out to Raycroft at center. Now Raycroft will carry it in, top of the near circle. Drop pass for Kraus, and his shot deflects off the shooting screen. Welcome back, 5 minutes gone. In this first period brought to you by Moffat and Powell Rona. Great home start at Moffat and Powell Rona. We're scoreless here from the Tipian Community Center. Strathroy right to left across your radial dial in this opening frame, and Field will dump it into the far left corner. In the St. Thomas zone, center pass out in front field right there, and come up by Willian at the right point. Grogan will come chase. Got hit by Schurr. Loose behind the St. Thomas net. Kramasco overskating the puck, now fights forward with Grogan. Played high off the near glass and out the center. McNaughton took a hit. They got to the St. Thomas line. Grogan will try and get it in. Ross overskated the puck. And now Barabo, just outside the blue line, will chip it in. Barabo up front with Grogan and Ross on this fourth line. Ross a late entry into the lineup. As Derek Knapp was a late scratch. I'm sure you did mention that when you heard it. Yeah, Derek Knapp a late scratch. I'm going to assume school. We don't have any confirmation on that. Ross was supposed to be a healthy scratch. And now he's in the lineup up front with Barabo and Grogan. Puck played out the center. McNaughton will fire it right back in. 13:47 to go. Opening period, both teams changing on the fly. And St. Thomas with the puck in their own zone. Far boards now. And the Stars will come out the center. Picking up a loose puck now on the left board. It's going to be Wood. Wood trying to get it around the corner. Cahill centers in front. And intercepted by the half point, didn't get through. Brosnan takes a hard hit. Loose puck behind the Strathroy net, picked up by Cahill near side. That man pass up to Coleman at center, and he'll flip it in. He'll chase his own dump it. Waters going back for St. Thomas, takes a hit from Coleman. Thornton picks up the loose puck. He cycles it back in behind the net. Waters plays it near left corner. And trying to get to it first was a Walker for Strathroy. He lost the puck, and it squirts back out to center. Cahill with some time. St. Thomas changing loudly on the fly. Cahill will dump it in behind the St. Thomas net. Picked up by Willis. Near boards to Wood. Cross-ice pass deflected off the stick and goes right into the Strathroy zone. Cahill's waiting for Hope and lets Hope go to the puck first. And they'll tie each other up in the far corner. And Hope will come out with it. Trying to shield himself away from Cahill. Plays it behind the net to Mitchell near right corner. Mitchell looking to center. Doesn't do so. Plays it in behind the Strathroy net. And once again, Hope beats Cahill to the corner and gets a shot away. And Brown will pick up the loose puck and gets it out to center. Here's Michalski back in over the line. St. Thomas picking up the pace of here. Michalski got dumped in the slot area. Poke check by Andriosh. Strathroy will come out the center on the far boards. It's Boyer. Boyer in over the line, top of the circle. Snapshot right on Rig, rebound in front. And Wolf scores! Brosnan covered. Boyer was right there to bang it in. And you can book it. It's 1-0 Strathroy. Over the line on the far side, trying to get around Michalski. Spins in the corner, centers it out in front. Loose puck, squirts in the left corner. Milner will pick it up. Strathroy's got a little bit of jump now after that opening goal. And they'll play it out to center by St. Thomas. Collinson will regroup in his own line. 11:25 to go. Open period, 1-0 Rockets. Collinson will dump it in. Andriosh will chase near right corner. And plays it in behind the Strathroy net to the far corner. First there's Collinson, centers it up in front off a skate. And Karam's just outside the line. Having to regroup was Raycroft. He'll fire it in. St. Thomas making minor changes on the fly. Andriosh will play it off the near boards to Field. Ryan Field spins, tries to get it to a center to Milner, and that didn't work. They'll try again. Lead pass for Milner, intercepted by Raycroft, and he'll be dumping it back in. Here comes Strathroy out the center one more time. Dewart, nice dish to Field. At the St. Thomas line, turns and dumps it in near corner. Dewart's going to get here first. Dewart turns and fires. And he fanned on the center pass and went to the far corner now. Field battling against the Masco gets it up the boards and Collinson gets it out the center. St. Thomas will change on the fly as Strathroy dumps it right back in. 10:30 to go, opening period, 1-0 Rockets. Out to the line is McNaughton. He'll flip it in, bouncing puck. Collected by goaltender Rose. The stories of David Hosburn. Without watching our man College out of town scoreboard. 1-0 Strathroy, even though there's 12 left to put on the scoreboard. Back in the St. Thomas own Thomas. Pick out that pass to Kraus. He fell. And Strathroy will take over now. They'll dump out the center. Thomas is right back in, and here comes Brosnan for the Rockets. Gets the center ice. He'll flip it into the far corner. 9:53 to go. Opening period. 1-0 Rockets on a goal by Boyer. His first of the year. Thomas turned up ice for St. Thomas to center across. Snap shot! Off a bar. Beat O'Neill clean, but didn't get into the mesh. Rang off the iron, clear to the line. Here's Waters in the left point with a shot. Deflected in front, saved by O'Neill. Played near corner to Grogan. He gets to the line, looking for Barable. He'll come out the center on the far boards to Ross. Lawson over the line, now to Barable. Barable going to the net, and his poke checked away, and St. Thomas will come back out the center. On the near boards and over the line, it's Collinson. Crossing into the slot. Collinson with shot that deflects just before it got to O'Neill. It'll appear near right corner. Grogan overskated the puck. Waters pitching in off his point position. 2-on-2 scrum at the near half wall to our right in the Strathroy zone. A couple of Rockets in there, just one St. Thomas start. Grogan comes out with it, lost it to Thomas. Thomas will try and play it back into the corner for Kramasco. Kramasco got hit to the ice. Here's a shot by Thomas right on. And O'Neill will make the stop and dump down the net. Didn't get through. And good stolen puck there by Wes McGovern. McGovern in near right corner, trying to get out to the slot. And that's a poke checked away by Andriosh. Kramasco now will backhand in the corner. Intercepted by Andriosh again. Lead pass up through center looking for Thornton. Thornton trying to get to the puck before the defender did. Kohler got it out to center. Kramasco in transition. Near boards out of McGovern. Second pass. Looking to fire on net was a Schurr. And Schurr's backhand didn't get through. And now Strathroy will get it back out to center. Right wing pass on the far boards and one hit deep by Thornton. Rofel played to the far boards, put it on a stick and chase forward, centering pass. Here's Walker backhand in front, and that's intercepted and played behind the end line. And St. Thomas will take over. Another good chance there by Strathroy. Puck is dumped out to center. McNaughton across the blue line to Luciani. Return pass to Jordan McNaughton in his own zone. He'll skate out the center. Right wing pass, but Coleman was going to the bench, and it's stuffed in by Thornton, gloved by Rolf. 7:39 to go in this opening period. 1-0 Strathroy on the power play. Thornton over the line near side. Real good at defense. Satisfied around the boards and stopped by Brown at the far corner. Right point to McNaughton. McNaughton will tee it up. That's blocked in front. Now the Brown, there's a shot, saved by Rope with the left pad. He's front of the far half wall. Davis Brown will play it in behind the end line for Thornton. One-time pass to Milner, and his shot from the goal line didn't get through. And it's Brown with some speed around Waters. It's a 2-on-1. He gets tripped. Centering pass looking for McNaughton, and another penalty coming up to Waters on the trip. 6:08 to go in this Moffat and Power Rona opening period. 1-0 Strathroy there on the 5-on-3. Waters just gets lean over the line and stops right there, top of the far circle. To the point now to Dyck. They go to the umbrella power play. Far dot to Walker, back to Dyck, right in with a wrist shot, and gloved by Rope. Here's McNaughton. Look at the T1 up right on and steered aside by the paddle and Rope. Here half one now to Dyck. 19 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. Across the blue line to McNaughton. He'll walk right into the slot. Wrist shot scores! Jordan McNaughton from the high shot. Near side to Milner. Drop pass near half wall to Brown. Brown to the left point to Brosnan. Shot didn't get through. It's blocked in front by Michalski. Bowler pushing up the boards, kept in by Brosnan at the left point. Now Brown at the half wall. Looking for it. Left it for Brosnan. He'll play it in behind the end wall for Milner. Milner behind the St.Thomas set to the far corner. 43 to go in the power play. Right point to Cahill. Cahill will team one up. It's blocked. Out to center. And Zacharuk trying to get it. Hacking Cahill a couple of times. And Coulter Cahill will turn his own zone. Gives it to the captain Milner out to center with 30 to go in the power play. He lost an edge. Over the line to Thornton. Thornton left it for Cahill, walking right in. One-timer! And Brown missed a half-open cage with a bullet from the far circle. It'll carry him all the way down to the Strathroy blue line with 18 seconds to go in the power play. Here's Andrios. He'll chip it deep. And he'll get hit hard on the far boards. Bowler back for St.Thomas. Put him to stick of Brown. Brown, left point down here side to Cahill with 7 to go. Cahill will dump it in behind the St.Thomas. Then over the stick of Milner. The far half on the Brown. Back in behind the line of Thornton. Out of the box comes Waters. Thornton tied up by Michalski. Milner now looking for Brown. Brown has it with a shot. And it's saved there by Ropes. Rebound to Michalski. And Michalski will settle things down. Lead pass near side. Here's Collinson to center. We're back at even strength. Collinson and Thomas 2-on-2. Centering pass in front. Thomas right there. O'Neill down at the flex out of play. On the power play, the penalty coming up behind the plate of Tyler Dewar, I believe, as he 150 to go on the St.Thomas power play for basketball. At the far corner to the half wall, left point Michalski with a wrist shot. That's blocked in front. Luciani will flip it high and out to center. Barabo and Coleman up front of the penalty kill. Luciani and not on the blue line. First Strathroy as they're killing a penalty kill. We're forced higher than metal. We're forced to metal it. 130 to go in the penalty kill. Basketball out the center, left to right, and over Strathroy. Line takes a hit in front by Luciani, and the loose puck steered away by the paddle of O'Neill. McNaughton made him come to the slot. Luciani finished the job. Play to the right point now. Here's a shot by Raycroft. He fanned on it. Near side, looking to center it out in front. Loose puck in the slot. Comes to the stick of Barabo. Backhands it to the line, kept in. Michalski left point. Far half wall now to Thomas, looking for somebody to outlet it to. And he still has the puck. He'll come across the blue line to Michalski. The half wall. Barabo had his man tied up. Good job by Dyck and Barabo. He'll get it down the ice 52. Collinson with a nice looking rush. Getting around the corner. Forced behind the end line by Cahill. They'll come near corner now to Kraus. Right point now Michalski with a wrist shot right on. Bouncing puck clear to the line, kept in. Michalski top of the near circle into the near right corner to Collinson with 25 going to power play. He walks out to the dot, tries to get it behind the end line. Cahill hits Kraus, but Kraus is with position. Near corner to Collinson, looking back door, trying to get it in the slot of Thomas. Loose puck squirts out. Brown trying to get it tied up by Kraus, and Kraus will get it in behind the Strathroy net to Collinson. Collinson looking at center, wrap around, comes out in front. And this is saved by O'Neill. Loose puck to Kraus at the far dot. And squirts away from him. Milner tries to get it out to Brown at center. Here's a loose puck. It's a 2-on-1. It's Brown over the line. Brown to Milner. Loose puck. Dewar couldn't get to it. Clear to the line. And Andrios can't keep it in. It's going to be an offside. We're in the last minute here, this opening period. 2-0 Strathroy. A very impressive opening period by the Rockets. St.Thomas played out the center, given away, and Thornton gives it away in turn to the Stars, and a shot on net by Clark. Strathroy pucking into St.Thomas, showing to our left. It's played underneath boards. Mitchell trying to get out. It's given away to Dewar, but a shot pad saved by Kraus. and given away by Coleman. Here's Stewart again. Snapshot didn't get through. Tries to get it back and then off the leg into the far corner. Played up the boards by Hope. St. Thomas will get it just outside the blue line with 12 seconds to go in the period. Strathroy will double it back in. Stretch pass to the Strathroy line. Hope takes a hit from Luciani. Loose puck picked up by McNaughton off the glass into Dewart. Look out, Dewart's going to take another hit. And remember, Dewart, last time Dewart played in this rink, David, he took a step from behind and was up. Galuli's trying to make it a 2-on-1, looking to center it. They don't carry him off a stick of Helms. And in on goaltender, Michael Mott. Trying to corral was Kohler. He lost it. Here's a break. McNaughton's in alone. McNaughton forehand. Oh, he fanned on the puck. I think he had Rove's feet going to his left, but he couldn't put the puck in the back, and then he fanned on it. Back out to center. Strathroy meanwhile changes on the fly. Here's McNaughton. In his own zone to our left field. There's from Luciani up to center now onto the stick of Ryan Field over the blue line. Field sidestep. They hit dump it in the far corner. Raycroft will play around the near end, long near side. St. Thomas trying to get it up to center. Deflected off to Boyer. Ingosh in his own zone. Behind the back pass looking for Boyer. Boyer lost the puck. Here comes the St. Thomas Stars. Center pass to open the high slot. Looking at the backhand. And a high rising shot missed the top right corner. Michalski will keep it in at the near left point. Bouncing puck in the slot. Steered to the corner by McNaughton. Ingosh plays behind the Strathroy net. St. Thomas now turning it on. Here's Hope at the half wall. Into Mitchell. And a penalty coming up here. All the way down the ice by Strathroy. Brown trying to get it at it ahead of Michalski. Bouncing puck. And Brown does have it at the far half wall. Looking to get it to Milner. That's deflected out to center by Hope. Hope will carry it into Strathroy zone. Taking off the puck by Luciani, but he'll chase behind the end line. And Dyck will put him along the boards. Dropped around by Hope. Jammed it a couple times. O'Neill at the post protected. Whistle will blow. Light comes on, but that's well after the whistle. With 1:32 to go in the power play. My apologies. Zacharuk, Hope, and Mitchell up front. Zacharuk has the puck at the front corner behind the end line for Hope. Back to Zacharuk with a shot. Didn't get through. Bouncing puck in the slot. Cleared near forward. And Hope will get through first. To the near half wall. That point to Coleman. Back to Hope. Top of the zone. Zacharuk parked in front. Snapshot. It's broken up. Here's a break for Brown if he can get to it. Near side. Milner going to the net. Brown trying to center it. He was poke checked by Kohler. In transition, the Stars out to center near boards. Mitchell in over the line. Cross it. And lost a handle on the puck. And he'll have to come back out to the neutral zone with 52 seconds to go in the power play. St. Thomas making mild changes. Thomas in over the boards. Near side. Zacharuk. Forcing in the near corner. Now forced behind the Strathroy net. Still with the puck. Zacharuk trying to center it in the slot. Gets it right back. Still with the puck. In a high slot. Snapshot. That was well wide to the left post. Bouncing puck comes to Davis Brown. He'll play it off the glass. Set out in front. Broken up by Cahill. Cleared to the line. Kept in by Waters. Shot right on. Didn't get through. Brosnan will play it off the scoreboard. He's going to chase. And he steals it from Collinson. Thornton trying to walk out. Centering past the Bearable through his legs. And we're back to even strength. Out of the box comes Andrios. Puck tucked into the Strathroy zone to our left. Here's Brosnan. Behind his own net. Playing high off the near glass. Bouncing puck broken. Gets out to center. Nice into Bearable. Bearable in full. Striding over the line. Cross ice pass to Thornton. Had to wait for it. Now finds Grogan in the slot. He can't fire. Now centering past the Bearable. And he's shot just wide. Grogan will come get it near half wall. Right point to Cahill. Cahill with a drive and is steered out of play.
Kick it!
Back 5:20, There's a hit. That center ice field was knocked down. Almost in the interference call. But the puck was in the vicinity. Dumped back into the Strathroy zone. Luciani will play it off the boards and down the ice. Icing waved off. Kohler's going to come back to get this. Here comes Stewart on the forecheck. Kohler will be content playing out the center and down the ice. St. Thomas looking for too many men, but that won't be called. 5 minutes gone, second period, 2-0 Rockets. Galuli, one touch pass at Dewar, tries to get out the center, taken off the puck by Clark. Michalski will do it. Out the center, now to Wood. Wood and over to the Strathroy line. To the far circle. Nice distance. Clark with a shot. And it just missed the left post. Michalski with the left angle, keeping it. St. Thomas gives it away in rush. High off the glass and out to center. Knocked down by possibly a high stick, but Strathroy touched it. Here's Galuli taking it over the blue line. He lost the handle on the puck and is stuffed back out to center near boards. Here's Andrios at his own line. He'll backhand it to his defense partner, Dyck, and he lost the puck to Clark. Here's Clark turning back into the line. Gets around Dyck, looking for the loose puck. Andrios there to back him up. Play to the far boards. And Dyck with the puck now again. He'll play it off the boards and he'll give it away again. Not a good shot for Dyck for Strathroy. In behind the end line here. With McGovern trying to center. He lost the puck. Andrios plays off the glass of the point. One time Michalski, a rising drive high over the crossbar. And Brown will chip it over the boards or off the boards from down the boards. Mitchell collides with the Brown, and St. Thomas comes out the center with Hope. 2-on-2. Zacharuk behind the back pass. Zacharuk couldn't fire. Fades the line. Michalski will keep it in. Near left wing to Hope. Leaves it for Mitchell behind the Strathroy net. Zacharuk in front of the net, couldn't get the pass. Hope now loses at the far half on the Brown. Brown spins away from his check. He's the captain out the center. Here's Milner. Milner will flip it in on the goaltender, and Rules will cover that up. And we'll get a whistle and pushing and shoving after the whistle. 12:52 to go in the second period. They dumped it in. Walker at the half wall. Now he goes into the corner, plays it to the half wall to Dewar. Back in behind the inline to Walker. Back to Dewar at the dot, hopped over his stick, and Hope will get to it first. Center, here's Galooly. Galooly in over the line, and the penalty coming up. Walker's going to cause an interference call here, and Walker's going to the box and nullifying the Rock second period. Another Strathroy. Here's Milner out the center. It's a 4-on-4 with Milner and Brown up front. McNaughton and Brosnan patrolling the blue line. Brosnan circle back. They'll play it to the slice area near boards to Brown in the back all the way into his own zone to McNaughton. Now far side to Brosnan. Return pass to Brown with some open ice. Trying to get around Waters. Stops at the top of the circle. Scores! What a bullet by Davis Brown. Short side with the bucket. 3-0. Along with 16 up is 35 points. Solid in the top 10 in the Greater Ontario Junior Hockey League scoring department. 3-0 Strathroy, 11:35 to go, second period. We're still at 4-4 for another 40 seconds. And playing the St. Thomas zone to our right. Tying things up, it's a 2-on-1 in favor of St. Thomas. They had Chase Thornton on the boards, and out comes the St. Thomas starts to center with Kraus with some speed. In over the line, nice poke by Brosnan. In transition, it's a 1-on-1 for Thornton. Michalski's all the way back. There's a shot by Thornton, and a nice save there by Rose. And he'll come. Kraus gets tripped, and Clark's going to go to the box here when St. Thomas touches the puck. With 10 to go. Welcome back, 10:44 to go. Second period, we're at even strength one more time. As the extra penalty expired, Strathroy about to win the power play for $1.18 in about 17 seconds time. Here's a jam play in the St. Thomas net by Coleman. Coleman had his glove removed by the goaltender. Puck comes out the center. Brosnan will leave it for Coleman, one-handed. And he'll dump it in. 10:20 to go in the second period. 3-0 Strathroy. Source Belleville building 1:08 to go in this power play. It's a short power play, but nonetheless it is a min advantage. Lead pass intended for Thornton, icing waved off. Hope back to get it for St. Thomas. And Hope will skate out the center. Lead pass. Here's Collinson trying to get behind cover. 1-on-1 with McNaughton. And McNaughton took him off the puck. Brosnan here, boys. Here's Thornton out the center. 3-on-2. Left wing to Brown. Brown near the line. Top of the circle with a stop that scores! Davis Brown with 2 consecutive on the power play. We're coming out and it's 4-0. The power play goal. Collinson, the Stars back in. Center pass, and that's gloved by Brendan O'Neill. 9. Second period, 4-1 Strathroy playing the St. Thomas zone to our right. Here's Kraus for the Stars. They just got on the board here. Lead pass. It was too far for Collinson. And McNaughton will circle back for Luciani near left corner. Luciani plays it behind the end line for McNaughton. Out of the boards to Field. Look out, here comes a hit by Kohler, but Field gets it out to center. And the Stars will regroup at their own blue line. And fired in by Anderson. Blocked to the near left corner by Luciani. And Luciani plays up the boards. Dewar couldn't get it out. Thomas turns and fires. Getting in McNaughton out the center. Here's Galooly near boards. Galooly in over the line. McNaughton going to the net. Centering pass. McNaughton tips it right on net. And a save by Michael Roves with 8:18 to go. Here's Barable behind the back to right with Ross. Oh, and Barable was leveled by Ross. Here's St. Thomas back the other way. Carrasco. Here's Circle with a wrist shot. And O'Neill behind him. That hit iron again. And Strathroy out to center. Ross near side to Grogan. Grogan in over the line near half wall. Trying to center to the slot. Got caught up in the skates of Waters to the corner. It squirts up the near half wall. The Stars trying to get it back out the center. Kept in momentarily by Grogan. Here's Barable. Back to Grogan in the high slot. Now trying to dish it to Ross. Ross behind the backhand right on. Saved by Ropes. Shot right on again. And Ropes makes that stop as well. Puck caught on the mesh at the back of the net. Now Kramasco gets it loose. And he'll wrist it all the way down. Thornton back in. Thornton back in. and a save there by Rolfs. He looks behind him, and Rolfs keeps that one out as well. Played around in the near corner. Strathroy coming close again and establishing a 4-goal lead. Played to the far boards. Thornton trying to chase against Waters. Waters holding on to the stick. Coleman gives him a shot. It comes out the center. Here's Wood for the Stars. Wood trying to get around Dyck. Gets around Dyck. Centers into the slot area. Cleared away to the near boards by Walker. And played to the line and get out to center with Strathroy. Brett Dyck goes over, skate the puck. Michalski back to McGovern. Back to Michalski near half wall. In the Strathroy zone to our left centering pass. It goes to the far boards. Raycroft turns and fires, and that's well wide. Loose puck near corner. And McGovern gets to it first, trying to clear it to the line, and it's dumped out by Thornton to the far boards at center ice. St.Thomas dumps it right back in. 6:04 to go second period. McGovern and Dyck going to the corner. They both fall to the ice. St.Thomas trying to fire. It's stolen by Walker, and he'll get it out to center. And Michalski will regroup to the far boards now for Mark Raycroft. And he'll fire it in. St.Thomas and Strathroy making changes on the fly. Here's Andreas. Stretch pass behind cover. Here's Boyer. And Boyer trying to get to the slot. He lost the puck. Got covered up on the play is Davis Brown. He couldn't fire it on net. Near right corner still with the puck. Brown shaking and baking. Now around 2 St. Thomas Stars. Lost it. Here's Zacharuk. Zacharuk put it up the boards looking for Hope. And Hope gets it out to a center. And quickly taken off the puck by Milner. They'll fight for it in the far boards. And Hope gets it back. Gets in over the Strathroy line. The Rockets quickly get it back out. 5:20 to go in the period. Good pace to this hockey game right now. Andreas left wing over the blue line to Brown. Brown takes a hit from behind by Mitchell, played it around the end wall near boards, and McNaughton couldn't keep it in. And now Boyer will regroup at center ice. He'll go rink wide, left wing to Davis Brown. He'll chip it in, and he takes a hard hit from Mitchell. And we're going to get an offside call, and we're definitely going to get some extracurricular here with 5:01 to go in the second period. Starts to center. 2-on-2. Kraus near side with Thomas. A shot that went off the side of the net. Loose puck near boards. Kraus and Luciani going at it in front of the Strathroy net, but the puck comes out the center. It's Milner in over the line. Milner top of the near circle. Poke check to the near corner. Milner plays it around Cole, trying to center it up in front under the stick of Collinson. And Collinson will come out the center with Thomas. In over the line. Thomas going to the net. Collinson looking to center. Loose puck. Kraus couldn't get to it. Boyer will take into the far boards. Loose puck behind the net. Center pass. Thomas with a shot. He doesn't get it to it. Dunn couldn't see it. And now Jordan McNaughton has it. Thomas had a couple of whacks at it. And McNaughton will come out the center and he'll dump it in. He finds Reinfield out the center with 4 minutes to go in the period. Near side to Galulian over the line. Top of the circle. And a shot blocked away by Rolf to the far boards. Left point. Here's Cahill. Fakes the shot. Half wall to field. One-timer to Dewart. He didn't get the one-timer off. Puck kept in by Cahill with a shot pad save there by Rolf. He had to be sharp on that shot as it came through some traffic. Dewart will play it in behind the St. Thomas net. Galuli hits his man. Cahill pitching in off the right point on the half wall with Collinson. He'll keep it in. Loose puck behind the St. Thomas net. Now here's Willems. Willems will play it high off the glass and out the center looking for Collinson. Has Collinson. One-on-one with Cahill on the far boards. Looking to center it. He's in the spot. Thomas with a shot off the shoulder of O'Neill, and the Rockets back in transition. Cahill out to center, but he's dog-tired. He needs to get to the bench. Playing on the near boards at center ice. Zacharuk. Across the blue line to Waters in his own zone. Now they'll get it into the Strathroy line. The penalty coming up to Strathroy.
You guys, you want to run anymore?
Welcome back. The master going to point it out for a hole. Puts it out front. Right point the Michalski with a shot. Rebounded foot. He'll do it a couple of shots. And Hope will get the puck behind the end line far corner. Walks out the corner. Another shot arising. Nowhere near the net. Raycroft gets it, keeping it in. Hope to the far point. Michalski with a snap shot. Pad saved by O'Neill. And steered just wide back from Masco. Played off the near boards. Raycroft kept it in. Backdoor to Hope off the bar. Rebound again. Next comes off Florence. And that's going to be whistled down, and the light comes on again, but that's going to be no goal. That's the fourth post for St. Thomas tonight, David. And this is an interview with myself and Chase Thornton at the Rockets in our MyFM studios from a couple of days ago. You'll hear that interview coming right up. Shot scores! Tipped in front by Kraus. 4 to go in the period. The lead has been cut in half. It's 4-2 Strathroy. Here's Kraus near boards. Strathroy line, cross ice to Collinson, in over the line. Lost by McNaughton. Collinson trying to center in front, force behind the net to the near corner. Stopped there, lost by McNaughton, behind the net to Kraus. Nice shot, blocked by O'Neill. Nice shot by Thomas, sending it through. Milner will put it in his puck. And he'll flip it into the St. Thomas zone. He'll chase it. Milner still with the puck. Nice move, wrist shot, and it's saved by Rose. Good job there by the Rockets. Time for Davis Brown. He wants to walk off the wall with it, but was taken off the puck by Hope. And there's a 6-second differential between the penalty and the game clock. 1:02 left in the power play. Here's Mitchell, top of the circle, to the high slot, drop pass to Collinson, forwards to Michalski. Half wall to Mitchell, behind the end line for Hope. Ramasco waiting in front, didn't get the pass. Hope to the line, and that's deflected out of his zone. Cahill and Hope both floating. He's behind Brosnan. Plays up the back of the net to the far corner now for Hope. Hope at the half wall, top of the far circle. That's by Dyck. The corner now for Ramasco. Mitchell and Cahill having a battle in front. Ramasco with a shot, and Mitchell was dumped by Cahill with 20 seconds. There's Michalski at point. 30 seconds going to period. 22 going to power play. Michalski near half wall to Collinson. Collinson down into the corner near side to Mitchell. Walks out of the corner, snaps out right out. Pat saved by O'Neill. Rebound right there, and Hope couldn't jam it in. Ramasco at the far corner now. 9 seconds power play. 14 period. Down low. Hope turns and fires on the save off the shore as Mitchell's trying to draw a penalty in front. Here he is again with a shot. Michalski, that missed the net by 5 feet. Collinson centering pass, intercepted, and it comes out the center. That's going to do it for the period. On the half wall, Collinson in there to help too, watched by Boyer. Collinson looking for an outlet, plays it in the corner for Kraus. He takes a hit from Cahill. Now Brosnan with the puck, fires around here. Boyer's looking for Brown and skips out the center. And Brown almost hit from Raycroft. Now Brown over the line. Boyer trying to catch him. Brown near dog, wrist shot. Big rebound in front. Here's Milner to the backhand, and he just missed the inside of the right post. Brown almost had his third of the night. Here's a shot from Brown from a sharp angle, and the save there by Rolfs with 56 seconds to go. The Strathroy line, bouncing puck waved out by McNaughton. And Dewar gets it out of the center. Loose puck picked up by Tyler Dewar. Here boards will circle back to the own line, watched by Hope. Loose puck. Zacharuk over skating the puck now. He hacks Dewar. And loose puck into the Strathroy up for Luciani. Cross ice, here's the best burner. That's Jordan McNaughton. Back to Luciani near side. And in transition, right wing pass. Galuli couldn't get to it. It's put back in the zone by St. Thomas, and delayed offside. They'll have to clear the zone. Luciani off the glass to Field. Field lost the puck to Helms on the pitch. At the dot with a shot that went off Luciani's leg. And here behind the Strathroy, McGovern fires around the near side. Zacharuk will keep it in at the point. In the corner now looking for Hope. Loose puck to Mitchell behind the Strathroy net. Looking to center out front. Right there, scores! Hope right there! Off this Strathroy out of the video, third period. Strathroy needs to right the ship here. Out the center, here's Walker. Over the St.Thomas line. Near side for Coleman, that deflects away from him. And Schurr will get it out to center. Bouncy puck goes back to the St. Thomas line for Anderson. He'll get it out to center ice. Walker will go back to his own zone for Dyck. Lead pass. And that missed Thornton. Anderson tries to clear, kept in by Chase Thornton in the far corner. Anderson around the end wall, Kohler at the half wall, bouncing puck in, rush at the front. Shot in the far corner for Thornton. Thornton scores! And you want an answer for that St. Thomas goal. You get it from Chase Thornton. To go on this third period, far from over. 5-3 Strathroy. They led at 1.4-0. Here's Grogan stealing the puck inside the line. And he couldn't do anything. Now here's Wood at the center for St. Thomas with Kraus. Kraus going to the net. Wood at the far circle. Centering pass tip just wide at Kraus. And he was looking at the back of the net by Brosnan. And he did not keep it at the line. It'll be bring craft products as well. Give your non-perishables to the fire department, of course. Keep the craft products for the craft company, the craft hockey road truck. You'll see that as part of the parade as well. Here's Brown turning and firing. And that's great to bring some loose change. Jeremy Riddell is going to be coming around with the Movember bucket and the Mo FN team. And looking for some loose change to help with the prostate cancer research. And Jeremy will be coming around with the bucket like we did last year. So look for Jeremy Riddell as well. Here's Raycroft, top near circle. Here's John, that missed the top left corner by about 1.5 feet. Stars will keep it in the zone, centering pass. Deflected just wide of the net. Here's Hope near right corner. Walks off the half wall with some time. Right shot right on. And O'Neill gets it in the chest protector with 15:56. 5 or 6 to this. Here's Brosnan, top of the near circle with a wrist shot, and that was off Michalski's leg, and he felt it. Brosnan, left point. One time of McNaughton, and a nice glove save by Rose, 140 ice. And McNaughton, Brosnan on the points to start this round with Lily, Dyck, and Walker up front. Here's McNaughton taking care of off knee pad into the St. Thomas zone, but St. Thomas will take over and Collinson will dump it out the center. Galuli in his own zone, far side to Brosnan, 120 to go on the power play. Lead pass up the far boards, and Dyck at center. In over the line. He'll stop, looking to dish at the half wall, still with the puck. He'll bank at the McNaughton, who's deep from his defensive position. Jordan McNaughton, he'll saucer one near side to Brosnan at the left point. He goes back to the far side. Dyck wasn't there. He'll pick it up at the half wall into the corner, now behind the end line for Walker. 1 minute to go on the power play. Walker walks out, looking backward at Dyck, took it on the backhand, couldn't fire. Top of the far circle, Tyler Dyck down low into the corner for Walker behind the end line. Gets away from the check. Now centers it. Galuli with his shot, but he fanned on it. Will chase near left corner. Spins away from Thomas. Galuli one time into McNaughton, and it didn't get through. It was blocked by Anderson. Now Collinson will get it out to center. He's going to try and rush this puck. Gets around Brosnan, falls to his knees, but Dyck will take over. 33 seconds to go in the power play. And now Strathroy will start to change. And given away to Zacharuk. Now he'll find Collinson in over the line. Top of the near circle with a wrist shot. That's blocked by Dyck into the corner. Loose puck played to an open corner. The only one there is Zacharuk. And Zacharuk at the half wall wants to rock out. He'll skate out the center and waste some time. 15 seconds to go in the power play. And Michalski over to his own zone. Here's Raycroft. And he'll fire down the ice. 5 seconds to go. Out comes O'Neill to play this. He'll back in and around the far boards to Milner. Milner will skate out to center. Trying to get around to the check. Finds Brosnan over the line. Inside is going to be the call here as here at the Timken Community Center in St. Thomas. Thanks for joining us on the Thursday night. The first of 3 in a row for Strathroy. The first of 2 in a row for David and myself. We'll head to Port Colborne with the hockey club tomorrow night for an 8 o'clock start. The interleague play with the Port Colborne Pirates. Is that right, David? Pirates? Yeah, tough with 3 games, 3 nights in here for Strathroy. We'll get to that in a second. Going with a jam play. O'Neill got on Saturday night. Here's a shot saved by Brendan O'Neill. Near board. O'Neill got rock penalty coming up to St. Thomas, maybe? Oh, might be Strathroy, I think. Source of building. McNaughton faced the slap shot. Near left point for Brosnan. Brosnan tried to go back to McNaughton. Almost gave it away. Dives to keep it in. Loose puck will come out the center for Hope. And Hope will get tied up by Brosnan. Spins away from Brosnan. He carries into the Strathroy zone. Still with the puck around Thornton. Backhand off the blocker of O'Neill. Rebound sits right there for the captain. Greg Milner out the center. With him speed to Brown on the far boards. Brown in over the line. Stops from top of the far circle. Brosnan at the hole with a blast. That went off his gate. And that hurt Hope. At the half wall now is Brown. Brown tried to saucer to the point. Now he gets it to McNaughton. McNaughton in the center part of the blue line. Back to Brown. Top of the far circle. Does a fire. And he fanned on the cross goal pass. Zacharuk gets it out the center. Knocks Brown down to get the puck. Welcome back here. Zacharuk trying to get around Brosnan. He did off the side of the net. And loose puck here for Brosnan. Out the center of the court. And a nice dish trying to get it to Milner. Milner gets it back into the line. Greg Milner. He couldn't get away from Zacharuk. He'll play off the glass, kept in by McNaughton. McNaughton's cross-zone pass. He fanned on that as well. And St. Thomas will go down right 54 seconds. Lead pass. He didn't know Thornton was going to the bench. And St. Thomas will take over, but it's given away to Dyck inside the line. Drop pass. Here's Flying Field with a wrist shot. And that's off the top of the rope behind the end line. To the left point. Here's Walker. Top of the circle with a blast. Rebound. And Field with a whack at it. And the pad save. McNaughton steps into one. And that's blocked in front. And a hurt player. That's Anderson. Here's Walker at the side door. Now here's McNaughton with a shot. Oh, and that went off the bar. And a rebound in front. Scramble. And St. Thomas might have had a glove on it. It's a penalty shot coming up for Strathroy with 10:55 to go. St. Thomas, a defender, had a glove on it in the crease. And referee Brosnan right there. Called the penalty shot. There was a St. Thomas glove on the puck in the crease, but just for a moment time. But the referee Brosnan was right there on the doorstep. And Tyler Dyck is going to get a penalty shot here with 10:55 to go in the third period. Circle to our left, one to the left, break point to Luciano, back wall to Galuli. Trying to center it up and off the switch, and Thomas will get it out the center. And Luciano will chip it back in the line. Galuli tried to dish it, given away, and the Stars in on the line. Here's Clark, top of the near circle, snapshot right on, and O'Neill will cover that up 10 points. 10 seconds to go in the third period. 10:55 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 to go in the third period Rockets will try and kill a very crucial power play here for Forsyth and Meadows. Shot on net, almost deflected by Kraus. And here comes Brown again. 2-on-1 short-handed with Milner. In over the line, Milner going to the net. Top of the far circle, setting the pass off the stick. Milner in the corner. Looking off fence for Brown. Loose pop. Makes the stop. Strathroy should have been right on that goaltender to cause a whistle. In turn, St. Thomas is allowed to play it. And Collinson comes out to center. 1:30 to go in the power play. Collinson over the line near side. Trying to get around Brosnan. Forced to the near corner. Trying to cycle it into the corner now for Kraus. And Kraus now watched by Brosnan. Spins away from the Rocket defender. In behind the Strathroy net. Lost it to Brosnan. Placed it off the boards. Kept in by Michalski. Off to Collinson. Right corner to Kraus. Now to Collinson. Giving bonus shot off the left shoulder of O'Neill. Played off the glass by Brosnan. Here's a break for Brown again. Should hit it. And over the line. Looking for a toe drag. Toe stop back in. And he fanned on it. Ross made the stop. That would have been absolutely spectacular if he put the back of the net there with 57 seconds to go in the power play. St. Thomas back to center. Mitchell in over the line. Near port drop pass to Thomas. Looking for Mitchell going to the net. That was intercepted. Loose puck in the slot. Controlled by St. Thomas. Now Collins on top of the near circle. On the near boards at the half wall to Michalski with a wrist shot. And right on, O'Neill will make the stop. They give it and they lost it. Field will come out to center. 30 seconds to go in the Rockets. Finally get Field with a wrist shot. That's gloved by Ropes. And he'll drop it and play it. And he'll leave it now. Collinson behind his own net. 22 to go in the power play. Strathroy leading 5-3. Zacharuk trying to rush the puck. Force behind the Strathroy net to the far corner. The Strathroy's in for a right. 2 seconds to go in the power play. At the far dot, looking down low. Give and go didn't work. Mitchell now. Forced in the corner by Luciani. Ross out of the penalty box. Even straight. Dewar steals the puck. Banks it out the center. And he's going to drop penalty here as Collinson will touch the puck with 8:01 to go. With a shot. Roast down to protect that. Just 5 seconds in the power play. Here's Brown. High slot with a wrist shot right on. And Ross made that's the top of the first circle. Skating backwards with the puck scores! Oh! The puck, hockey fans, to the center part of the blue line, skating backwards. He skated. There's a nice save by Brendan O'Neill. He skated after receiving the puck all the way to the top of the far circle in reverse with the puck on the stick and wrist shot just inside the top of the circle and found the back of the net. That's a hockey goal, David. Otters with a shot from the left point. That didn't get through. Milner now behind the end wall. He'll play it near boards. Ted Davis Brown, who's got 3 and a helper from process to Dyck with some open ice. Lead past the Boyer in the line. Boyer stops in the half wall. Looking here for Brown in the slot to the back end. Gets taken down and pushed into the net. That will come off his boards. St. Thomas trying to get it down. Here's the thing about Davis Brown though, David. All his goals tonight, and I probably bet 19 of his 21 have come via the wrist shot or the snapshot, not the slap shots. He has one of the quickest. Thomas going to go left. The Rockets led 4-0 at one point in the soccer game. St. Thomas cut it to 4-3. And since then, Strathroy answered that 4-3 with a shot, and that deflected off at Helms in the slot area. Brosnan will keep it in momentarily off the right point, playing on the far half wall. Loose puck picked up by the Luley. Trying to go up, forced to the near boards, up and behind the end line for Dyck. He'll cycle it to the far corner looking for Field. It was too far for Field, but Field will tie Collinson out. Thomas takes Field in the boards. Now Waters trying to spin away. He fires it around the far boards. Brosnan pitching in off the right point, bouncing the puck. Dyck coming over the helm. He gets it to the half of the field with 6:15 to go in regulation. Into the corner for Luley. Luley tried to sidestep across it, but that didn't work. Loose puck when it gets in the corner for Thornton. Anderson takes him off the puck, but then Walker takes Anderson off the puck. Sidesteps a hit. In the slot for Coleman. And Coleman couldn't fire. Locked it to Hope. And Brett Hope will play it high off the glass to the Strathroy line. Luciani quickly out to center. Luciani's had a solid game tonight at the back end, David. Walker at center ice, gets it to the St. Thomas line, and turn forward, gets it into the Strathroy zone. Luciani out to center. Anderson will take over for St. Thomas. In over the Strathroy line, near boards, near corner, citizen in the slot. Off the skate of Luciani, almost hit the back of the net. Anderson will chase to the far corner now, to the point down to Coleman. Near side, looking for Mitchell with a shot. That's saved by O'Neill. Rebound to Thornton. He'll back in and off the glass. And out to center, Strathroy will make changes on the fly. Coleman will get the center. He'll fire it right into the Rocket goaltender. And Brendan O'Neill will cover that up. 5:07 to go in regulation. 6-3. Rocket leads. centering pass. Didn't get to Brown in time. And the Stars will get down the ice. This might be an icing call here. As Cahill's going back to get it, it will be an icing call. With 4:30 to go in regulation, the Rockets lead it back down to 2. To our left in the St. Thomas zone, one by the Stars. Michalski in the far door. Headward pass looking for Schurr. It's on the city guard. And there's a forward checked off his stick. And Brown back in transition, 3-on-2. Near boards, drop pass to Milner. Sidesteps a hit, top of the circle. Back into the soccer. Hands over to him. And behind the line for Boyer. Boyer now cycles it back into Brown. Brown behind him looking for Milner. Got caught up in the skates, and Brown will chase to the far half wall. Brown, top of the circle. Left point to Brosnan. Brosnan will elect to play it in around the end boards all the way to the far side for Brown. Brown at the half wall. To the point of Cahill. Brown took a hit. Cahill to the shot. Fan gets it right back in front. Rebound in front. Got the initial stop. And St. Thomas will get down nice. Brosnan got to be careful here. And in behind cover is McGovern trying to cut the net. And a piece it by Brendan O'Neill. Here Collinson fresh over the boards. 3:37 to go in the regulation. Loose puck picked up by Milner. He'll come out the center with Brown. Back checking is going to be Wood. Milner over the line. Drop pass didn't work. And McGovern now leaves it for Collinson at center. 3:25 to go in regulation. And over the Strathroy line. Takes a hit from Galuli, but keeps on trucking it in the corner. Wood coming in to support Collinson. Collinson watched by Galuli. Still with the puck behind the Strathroy net. Here comes Hope looking for a loose puck. And the puck squirts to McNaughton. Now he'll play it off the glass and out to center. And Strathroy will complete a line change, David. Here's Hope in over the line. Left it for Collinson. Back into the corner for Hope. Wood going to the front of the net. And the goaltender going to the bench. Extra tackle. 2:53 to go. Down by 2. Shot from Waters. And that went off the shoulder of O'Neill. Near left, near right corner to Collinson. Here's Thomas off the wall. And off the pad of O'Neill. Waters off the corner. Scores! Coach the Elderman's elected not to. 2:35 to go. St. Thomas with the momentum. They trailed 4-0, cut it to 1. Then trailed by 3. They've cut it to 1 again. With 2:25 to go in regulation, they're back in the Strathroy zone to our right. Near right corner. Zacharuk with the puck at the right point. Turns it, centers it, scores! Tipped it forward. I think they've scored 2 or 3 goals by that same play tonight. Now we have some extracurricular activity going on in the Strathroy net as Hope looked like he tried to slow O'Neill, and Luciani had problems with that. While Luciani had to be careful there because he this time. On the back of the typical Greens from the 5-6. 2 minutes to go. Here's the center pass up in front. St. Thomas all over Strathroy, and Strathroy trying to survive. Milner overskating the puck. Collinson wants it off the point. Left point, Michalski! And a block in front by Brosnan. Loose puck in the far corner. Kraus plays in behind the Strathroy net. Thomas tried to center it in front, gave it to Brosnan. And Brosnan tries to get it out. He finds Milner to center. 1:38 to go regulation. And a penalty coming up to might be Brosnan or Kraus. It's going to be a slash. And this is a Strathroy penalty. This is a very good time penalty. Get 2 points in regulation. Strathroy now tries to fight for 1. It's a first iron and metal penalty kill. St. Thomas back to the power play. 1:32 left in regulation, and McNaughton will get it all the way down the ice. Field and Dewar up front. Stop behind the goal net. Collinson 1:22 regulation. Strathroy desperately trying to crawl to extra time. Collinson with a couple of moves. In over the line with a shot. And a save by O'Neill. Clear to the near boards. Michalski can't keep it in. He'll be forced out to center. He headmans it to Thomas. He'll go cross ice to Collinson at center. Leaves it now for Raycroft and over the line. 1:05 to go. In regulation, we're tied at 6. St. Thomas on the power play. Collinson wants to fire. Top of the corner, so we're under the half wall. And he centers it out front. McNeil down. And a scramble in front. And O'Neill keeps it out with 55 seconds to go in regulation. Strathroy Rockets. And can't get the numbers there, but the linesman in to break it up. Here's the thing. We go to extra time. St. Thomas will still have a power play in overtime, which will drop it down to a 4-on-3. goes in bin. We'll take a quick break, but we'll be right back to the Timpton Community Center for the start of overtime. But still 53 seconds left in regulation. Loose puck at the circle. Centering pass, scramble in front. O'Neill down and cleared away by Luciani to the left point. Raycroft now. 42 seconds to go. Shot! And that missed the net by a couple of feet near right post area. Michalski near right corner. One hand on the Strathroy net for Mitchell. Mitchell now at the far corner. At the dot, still with the puck behind the back to Thomas. Shot from a sharp angle. And O'Neill caught a piece of that. Michalski near half wall. 25 to go in regulation. Now to Collinson. Right point. Michalski over his stick and out to center. Seconds to go. Has to wait for Mitchell to clear. And now goes back in over the line. Michalski takes a hit. Leaves it for Collinson. Wrist shot right on. And O'Neill will cover that up. 12.1 seconds to go. Goal hockey fans 60 to 43. Here's Michalski. Right point. 9 seconds to go. All right, that whole damn play again. O'Neill dives back but keeps it out. That comes off its moorings with 6 seconds to go. St.Thomas pretty much guaranteed overtime. Near right circle against Zacharuk. Milner misses draw into the corner. Luciani's going to try and tie this up. 2 seconds to go. Looking for a centering pass. 1 second. Oh, and the buzzer goes as Michalski's shot just got to Brendan O'Neill. We're going to extra. Side. So St.Thomas moving left to right. Here's Collinson in over the line with some room at the circle with a shot at the flex behind the Strathroy net. Here's a wraparound by Zacharuk and he couldn't get out in front. He was tied up by Milner. Fried running near boards. 2 seconds from the power play. Michalski right point. Near right corner to Collinson. Looking to center up front. Brosnan out of the box. Even strength now. 4-on-4. Here's Collinson near right half wall. Strathroy still playing like they're penalty killing here. They need to attack a little more. Here's Zacharuk centering pass. Nets off his moorings. And here's a draw. Collinson with a shot off the shoulder of O'Neill. Great draw by Thomas from the far circle. Here's Collinson again. Watched by Milner. To the right point. A shot well wide by Raycroft. It'll carry him around to the far boards. It's all St.Thomas here. Looking like they're still in the power play even though it's 4-on-4. Now an errant pass comes to the stick of Luciani. And Luciani will stop and slow things down into his own zone. 1 minute gone in the overtime. 4 minutes to go. Far boards Milner. And finds Brown up to center. 1-on-2. Brown with some speed near boards. Here's a shot right on. And Wolf will make the stop. And he'll cover that up. 3:52 to go in the overtime. We are tied at 6. Face off near left circle in the St.Thomas zone. Won by Zacharuk. Here's Michalski. Return pass. Zacharuk out to center on the far board. Saucer pass to Mitchell at the line. Lost the puck. And now here's Dyck to his defensive partner far side. Luciani. Flip pass over the stick of Dewar. Right in on the goaltender Rolf. And he'll play it near boards to Mitchell. Quick one-time pass to Zacharuk. And Zacharuk in a line around the corner. Trying to get around Dyck. And he does around Strathroy. That's a repass. And he didn't get to Mitchell. And we've got a whistle on the play here. Oh, nets off its moorings with 3:24 to go. It's off in the Strathroy zone to our right in the far circle. Won by St.Thomas. To the point. Coleman with a drive. This puck in the slot. And that went off the left skate of O'Neill. And Strathroy will get it down the ice. 3:14 to go in regulation. Anderson back. He'll stop behind his own net to our left. Watched by Dyck. Far boards now to Holt. And Holt will come out the center. In over the Strathroy line, around the far side of Brosnan, forced it behind the end line. Lost the puck to Dewar. Now Dewar finds Galuli. And Galuli will skate out the center. On the right wing. Nice move to get it over the line. Looking for McNaughton. A delayed offside call here. And Strathroy will have to clear the zone. Here's Coleman with 2:45 to go in overtime. He gets the center now to the Strathroy line. Nice move around Brosnan with a slaughter shot. And O'Neill stops it. No rebound with 2:41 to go. Here's a Dyck in the far corner of the Strathroy zone looking for Thornton. Gets it out the center. St.Thomas will control. Michalski near side Collinson. Against Cahill, getting around Cahill. Cahill forces him behind the Strathroy net to the far corner now. Stays on, Collinson takes him into the boards. 2:20 to go in the overtime. Loose puck squares to Kraus. Kraus in the corner. Gets away from Thornton. Puts it behind the net now to Collinson. Watched by Cahill. Cahill cross-checks it to the ice. No call. Collinson gets the puck back at the half wall. Into the slot to Hellman. He couldn't do it. Here's Thornton getting the puck away. He finds Field. It's a 3-on-1. Fielding over the line. Cahill going to net. Field stops at the circle. He fires. and loose puck, and it's poked checked away by Rolf. Dyck tried to center it, rolled off his stick behind him. And it's picked up now by Helm. Helm up in the near boards. Cahill will keep it in at the point. He'll fire it behind the end line for Field. Field looking in front, and it was off the skate, trying to get it to Thornton. Loose puck to Helm. Plays it to the boards. Dyck will keep it in at the right point. He'll play it in the corner. Strathroy will change 140 to go to overtime. It's a wholesale change for Strathroy, and both forwards go off for St. Thomas. Here's Helms to center. They'll flip it high and deep into Strathroy zone. McNaughton back to get it. Watched by Hope. These are for Luciani. Luciani in his zone stretch pass to Milner off to the stick. And center's going to try and beat both St. Thomas stars here. Raycroft looks gas tired into the near left corner. Milner's sticking it up and he's out. And Wolf leaves it in play for goal. 110 to go in overtime. Goal behind his own net. Near boards now to Zacharuk. And Zacharuk with some speed through center. He's going to come on and step shot! Oh, and that ring off the bar. And you heard it on Talbot Street here in St. Thomas with 57 seconds to go. Loose puck behind the Strathroy net. Luciani spins away from Hope. Strathroy now looks like they're desperately trying to get to the shootout, Dave. That's about 6 posts or 6 crossbars tonight. 5 of them for St. Thomas. Here's Brown at center. 38 to go. Brown poke checked off the puck. And Coleman went down. Looked like he might have got high stick by Brown, but no call. Referees let the two teams play. It's been a great overtime. Here's Mitchell to set 25 goal. Shootout looming here. Mitchell to the high slot. Looking for the side pass to Thomas, and that's intercepted. Rockets back out to center. Here's Dewart over the line. Drop pass to Brown. Brown to the half wall. Into the corner to Dewart. 12 seconds to go. Center pass out in front. Chip to the line. Dyck will keep it in. Top of the first circle. Davis Brown with a wrist shot. And that one off the knee pad. Here's Dyck. Will try and keep it in. 3 seconds to go. Needs to center it. Into the corner. Centers it out in front. It's shot by Dewart. And that'll do it. And we're going to the shootout here. What a fantastic play. St. Thomas has elected to shoot first. It's going to be Schurr. And he'll be going left to right. Best out of 3 here. And Schurr's got the call. Takes the puck at center, left to right, and over the Strathroy line, right through the gut, right up the gut. Forehand! And a save by O'Neill. St. Thomas 0 for 1. And we're looking for a first shooter. Over the boards comes Walker for Strathroy. St. Thomas 0 for 1. Strathroy trying to take the lead during the shootout. Goaltender rolls ready. Walker takes the puck in over the line. Right up the gut again to the forehand. Backhand forehand, and it rolled off his stick on the deep. And didn't get a shot away. Both teams 0 for 1. We'll look to the next shooter. It's Zacharuk for St. Thomas. 4 goals, 12 assists on the year coming into tonight. Gets the call, takes the puck at center. With some speed shade to the left side. Now cuts back to the slot. Forehand scores! St. Thomas leads 1 into the shootout. 1 for 2, Strathroy to their second shooter. It will be Davis Brown. 3 goals and an assist tonight. Let's see what this means. Strathroy looking to tie here. They're over 1. Takes the puck right to left and over the line. And the slot in there. Forehand and a save there by Wolf. St. Thomas leads 1-0 after 2 shooters. They score here and it's over. And over the boards comes Brad Kraus to win it for St. Thomas. They trailed 4-0 and 6-3 tonight. Kraus gets the call over the line. St. Thomas to win it here. Kraus! And he missed the top right corner. And Strathroy is still alive here as Greg Milner comes onto the ice.